so today is day 2 in my try and make a video of something every day. And so today I'm going to, because I tell so many of my friends about this holistic medicine that my wife started making for me, and it was on the advice of my friend Al and Yvonne, who are currently retired and traveling throughout Europe. And I know that Al was able to get off all but one of his blood pressure medications, and I mean, yeah, that's saying something. If you can say goodbye to some of the medications and things like that you're putting in your body. So I decided to give it a try, and I've been doing it now for about a month, and I really feel like I have a lot more energy, and I feel that I sleep better at night. And I don't know, like, I've tried a lot of different holistic things in my life, and I don't think any of them have actually really stuck. I can't think of anything else that I do that is a part of my regular schedule, but this is probably the most horrible tasting thing I've ever had. You know, it's deeply on the other side of Buckley's cough medicine, but it seems to be improving things like my sleep and my energy, and I'm thinking my blood pressure as well, because I'm also on blood pressure medication. I'm 49 years old. My friends Al and Yvonne are probably, well, they'll be in their 70s, I imagine, but they're hitchhiking their way through Europe right now. So I would like to do that when I'm that age as well. So I want to make sure that I'm healthy, and so it stands to reason that I'm going to be doing everything I can to keep my body in shape, with the exception of going to the gym. No, I'm actually going to start doing that as well. My son says that I've got to start going to the gym. For those of you that don't know, my family and I, my wife and our 4 kids, we went and lived in Colombia for a full year. It was actually over a full year that we lived in Colombia, and for about 9 months we lived in the Andes, and then we moved down to the ocean for about 4 months, down to the Caribbean, and we actually own a house down in the Caribbean, and we intend to return there, although we may not, hindsight being what it is, we may not stay in the Caribbean area. As far as Colombia is concerned, the Caribbean is far less safe than the Andes, and it's very, very hot. It would be an average of about 32 degrees Celsius every day, and then by the time you add humidity and things like that in there, you're over 40. So it's uncomfortable in most places. So you just kind of run from air conditioning place to air conditioning place, and try to keep as unsweaty as possible. So I look to, if we do return, we're going to return probably to a city called Tunja or Bucaramanga. And we have friends in both cities, and so Tunja is at an elevation where it's about, I would say, 2,700 meters above sea level, so approaching that 10,000 feet above sea level. And that can be a little bit difficult for people like myself who have cardiovascular issues. People that are born at that altitude have no problem at all, but you'll definitely take some time to just, I guess, acclimate to that living at that height. Whereas Bucaramanga is probably, it's probably under 1,000 meters, so a lot warmer. Tunja, it's more like you're gonna need a jacket if you go out most days. So anyway, let's get started here. So I always make sure that I have this prepared beforehand, and this is just a glass of water. I call it a chaser because I definitely want to get the taste of the medication. I don't really have a name for this. People call it a tincture. People call it a concoction. I call it rock and roll. So I'm gonna put that there. And so we'll start out by putting in 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. So, just kind of, and I'm pretty, yeah, this isn't a real teaspoon. It's just, came with these jars, I guess. So anyway, we'll do that. And then we have 1 teaspoon of what I believe is cayenne. Yeah, that's spicy. And then we have 1 teaspoon of, you know what, I'm actually gonna go find out what this is. Okay, I was completely wrong. This is cinnamon, this is turmeric. Okay, so I've already put that in, so I can't redo it for the video, etc. But we've got cinnamon, turmeric, and then this last one is the cayenne, which is probably my least favorite. I'm not a big cayenne person, but take about a teaspoon, put it in there like that, and that deals with those. Okay, put that there. Now we have some fresh ingredients, and there's a couple of different things that we do here. Put a little bit of honey in, and this is pure organic honey. It's just from our local superstore, so I haven't gone out and squeezed bees myself. But you put about a tablespoon of honey in there. And then we have, I got a lemon squeezer dealie here. Got a little thing for catching the seeds on there. So you take half a lemon and squish that down into there. Okay. Okay, try to get as much as you can, I guess. And, oh, you know what? I'm gonna need the garlic press. Give me 1 second, I gotta come back. Oh no, you know what? I don't need the garlic press. I'm gonna shave the garlic in there. So, once you got that in there, we're gonna grab this. And there's 2 things that we're gonna put in, just using this. So one of them is fresh ginger. This is actually really, really inexpensive. But we keep it in the fridge, and you try and grate about a teaspoon, I guess, somewhere in there. And it can be kind of hard to do this. You seem to waste quite a bit just getting it. You know, maybe there's a better way. Yeah, add it to the comments if you're interested. Okay. So I just it shows up on the back side there, and I just scoop it off with my fingers and put it in. All done. Okay, so then we have garlic, and we're gonna do the exact same thing with the garlic. Just gonna peel the outside kind of stuff off, and hopefully I can get into this sucker. Okay. I don't do much of the cooking, so there's probably a better way to do this whole garlic entry system, but I don't know what it is. Well, garlic's really got to be related to the onion. There's a lot of layers there. Okay, so now we got the garlic, and I'm just going to do the exact same thing that I did with the ginger, and just kind of grate it. And again, there's probably a better way to do this, but this is the way that I've been doing it. Okay, and then I just kind of looks like that on the back of my thing there. I scoop that off with my hand, and in it goes. So that's that. And yeah, that basically is the drink. Now I take a little bit of hot water and just kind of roll it down a little bit. And finally, I've got this little dealie I picked up for about $6, and yeah, it's pretty nasty looking, a little chunky to drink. I like to water it down a little bit, you know, but anyways, that's what it looks like in the glass, and it's, yeah, suspicious looking at best. And yeah, here's your help. And then the chaser. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, that lets you know you're alive. Now, I have been told to do this before you eat anything. try and get this in before you have your coffee or any of that kind of thing. Let it hit your stomach for about 30 minutes. And it can be rough on your stomach. So I don't know, maybe you want to like tone some of these down a little bit as you kind of work your way in, but I started at full blast, and I just noticed, like, if I were to have a big breakfast right now, it wouldn't sit great. But after about a half an hour, things have sort of, absorbed and done what they're supposed to do, and then I can have my breakfast. I'm not feeling like I have an upset stomach. So anyways, I hope that if you decide to do this, that it helps you, and that you feel the same, some of the benefits that I have, especially if you have any sort of blood-related, disorders such as high blood pressure and things like that. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.